So the only reason I was playing Mario Kart World and I only played 2 races was because my cousin and his kid were over here and they insisted. We played 2 3-player races before they had to go. Stalnox. What the fuck is going on? I can't even talk. Hey, this is Rockman. Welcome back to more San Andreas. Hey Cobra, hey Ratmus, hey Quack, hey Doom, and hey Stalnox. I don't know what you're talking about. I would never say shit like that. Hey, this is Rockman. Today I am playing GTA San Andreas. This is my first time playing the definitive edition. This is an M-rated game with adult language and situations. Please be aware of that and be mature. My goal is to get 100% game completion. Since this is the Nintendo Switch version, I will not be getting all achievements, but if it says I unlocked an achievement, I will note it on the checklist. There's no hot coffee, but apparently there's a hype train for some reason. Alright, so, yes, it's been a while since the last stream, and Thanksgiving happened. And the food is almost gone. But I got 2 types of soup. I had more eggs and bacon. Everything's awesome, except, all the stuff that is not awesome, which is basically everything. But in between then and now, what I was trying to say was, on the checklist, which, yes, there's a checklist, by the way, thanks Quack for resubbing and Cobra for resubbing and Ratmus for gifting a sub to Sunrose and giving bits. But so the achievement tab, I cleaned up the achievement tab and I separated them all into achievements that existed in the previous version of the game. Those are the ones in blue. And achievements that are new for this version of the game. Those are the ones in orange. And I said that I'm not going to get all of the achievements, but we're going to try to get most of them. So the ones that I know I'm not going to get, I put near the bottom. I tried to put them sort of in chronological order, but we're not going to worry about getting any of these optional achievements today. So, besides that, the Los Santos tab is done, and we barely started the Las Venturas tab. So for now, we're going to be focused on the San Fierro tab. Anyone cares. But if you guys want to talk about Mario Kart for a second. So yeah, what happened was my cousin and his son came down here and they were like, let's play some Mario Kart for some reason. And the first thing I did was load up Super Mario Kart on Super Nintendo, and I said, this is the Mario Kart you were talking about, right? And he's like, what's this shit? No, I'm just kidding. But then I was like, all right, fine, we'll play some Mario Kart World. So we played we started a 4-race, Mario Kart GP, basically the first one, Mushroom Cup or whatever, 3 players, and then so we did the first 2 races, but then my cousin got a message saying that actually it was kind of weird. This is totally interesting information, right? What happened was, so this was Saturday, and their flight was supposed to leave at 4:15. That was the original time, I think, something like that. So they kept checking it and checking it and checking it because of the snow, and then it was okay, well, now it's delayed till 4:45. Okay, now it's delayed till 5:15. Okay, now it's delayed till 6:15. Okay, now it's delayed till 7. So then they were like, okay, I guess we can stay longer. So then what happened was is he got an alert or something. He looked at it, and the flight had been moved back to its original time. It said, oh, now it's leaving at 4:15. And he was like, holy shit, we gotta go. And I was like, okay, I guess we're going, and I gotta shut this off. So I shut the game off and everything. And then what he found out what happened was is it was just a glitch because the flight had been canceled. Hold on a second. I need that car. Get back here. Is this a Feltzer?
I got a special treat for you, baby.
That is why they call me Stallion. I was hoping this was a Feltzer. It was not. I don't even know what a Feltzer looks like. So, going back to the vehicles that we're looking to export, on the first board, which is 10 vehicles, we got everything except a Stretch and a Feltzer. And according to the information that I found online, those two vehicles are supposed to spawn in specific places when they are on the board, and they just weren't there. So let's check again. The Stretch limo is supposed to be right around the corner here, right by the race aura. And, okay, now it's there. Interesting. I found a video on YouTube from some person named Trophy Tom with a space in between. GTA San Andreas Definitive Edition, all 30 export vehicle locations. And at the beginning he gave some tips. He said, like, sometimes the vehicles are locked. If they are, come back at night. And he said sometimes the vehicles aren't there when they're supposed to be. If they are, come around the block and try again. And I did that before last stream, but that didn't work. But now it's, well, it sort of was nighttime. I'm wondering if maybe, and plus the alarm is on despite what it said. I don't know. Maybe coming back during a different time of day might help if it's not there. I don't know. So first, let's obviously export this, and then we'll go see about finding where that Feltzer is supposed to be. Sadly, no. The hype train was a success, apparently. Thanks, everybody. What is this now? Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Shove hot dogs in my mouth or whatever's going on there. I'm sure Bunny gets level 87 hype trains every day, alright? Can you guys even hear the fucking game? Let me turn it up a little more. Smoke-a-Loke? Who the fuck is that? Speaking of Bunny, I'm sure that Doom loves watching me stream San Andreas way more than the games that Bunny is streaming this week. That was sarcasm. I'm pressing the wrong button trying to lower the crane and it's not doing anything. This is really screwing up my depth perception or something. I'm sure the stream that you guys all really want to see is Ratmus returning to Oracle of Ages, right? And that was the wrong button, apparently. What? Thank God I got a checkpoint save again. Well, if they want space chimps, they can just go fuck themselves, okay? Alright, now we exit. Tell your boss you got better things to do. Alright, see here, it says all we need is a Feltzer. What the hell is a Feltzer? Well, let's go see if we can find it. And by the way, I want everyone to complain to Ratmus now because this Saturday, Ratmus stream Oracle of Ages is the last Ratmus stream of the year. Boo! Boo, Ratmus, what the hell? Boo! You ain't gonna see him again till fucking January. Boo! Yes, who's the queen of slime? Your boss? Just like Stalnox said, Ratmus is like, well, if I didn't have to work, and my advice when anyone talks about their boss, no matter what job it is or what situation it is, my answer is always the same. Go tell your boss to go fuck themselves! And my motorcycle that I was riding disappeared. Thanks, game.
My bad, homie.
Alright, so let's look at the map here. So where is this mysterious Feltzer that we're supposed to find? I checked this place during the previous stream, if you guys may remember if you were there at that point. But yeah, it's supposed to be parked in the parking lot right here. And when I went there, it wasn't there. So it better fucking be there now, right? And let me check off the stretch that I already got. Okay, done. What is going on with this Twitch note? Yeah, Twitch gave me a notification that I got that emote. Yeah, I already know that, Twitch. Thanks a lot. Exactly, Ratmus, exactly. Alright, so now we got a nice long drive ahead of us. Let's check the GPS, double check it, and see if it's correct. Sure, that's fine. I'll follow that GPS. Alright, so what do you guys want to talk about while I'm taking a drive through the countryside here? You want to talk about Thanksgiving like we haven't talked about that enough? So my mom made 2 soups today. So one, she took the bones and stuff from the turkey and made a broth, and then made a soup with turkey and noodles and a whole bunch of vegetables. She said it was great and one of the best soups she's ever made. I thought it was just okay. Whoa. Prepare for total domination, 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 says Bear Ninja. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, 2 soups, yeah. The other soup was a pea soup with ham. So it was, let's see, I'm not exactly sure what was in it. She just made it and I haven't eaten it very much. I only had a taste of it. But I believe it consists mainly of ham, peas, and carrots. And like I said, I only had one taste of it, but it tasted great. No, not that type of pea. Did I stop at a traffic light? I don't even remember. I was stopping to talk to you guys. So I got those 2 soups, 2 big pots of soups. And what else? All the bacon's gone. There is still some ham. There's still some good ham left. There's 1 piece of stuffing. I don't know who's gonna eat that. And then there's some turkey, but it's not really good pieces. So I'm hoping my dad will eat that or throw it away. Pea. P-E-A. Pea. Ratmus is allergic to peas, right? So yeah, because we had all those guests over and they were supposed to leave our house at about 12 noon on Saturday, my mom was like, "Oh my God, we got so much food. We're never gonna be able to eat this all. We're gonna have to freeze some of this turkey." And but then because my cousins end up staying like almost an entire day later, and my aunt stayed up. Well, the cousins were more like a half day, and my aunt was more like a full day. But like, we had a bunch more people eating a bunch more meals of Thanksgiving. They had so much extra Thanksgiving food that we never even anticipated that we were able to. Like I said, there's still some left, but it'll basically be done by tomorrow. So no need to freeze anything. And everybody got to enjoy more Thanksgiving food, right, Ratmus? Did you guys finish? Ratmus and his girlfriend obviously took some home. Did you guys finish your leftovers? You're supposed to get mail, but I didn't figure there was... Oh, yeah, there's a huge snowstorm on Saturday, and it's snowing a little bit today, but hardly anything really, especially compared to Saturday. I didn't hear... Last I checked the front door, I didn't see anything there, so... Yes, hopefully not.
Oh, what you doing, my wheel?
Oh, look at this guy. Just because I bumped him, now he's going nuts.
Did you buy your license?
Oh, God. This is not the place. This is where the Wienermobile is parked, and there's a look at this guy in the tractor. There's an NPC driving a tractor, and he's just like, I don't know what he's doing. I guess he's just sitting there. But hopefully there's gonna be a Feltzer over here. Cross your fingers, everybody. One of these cars might be it. Hopefully, maybe both of them are Feltzers. Oh my God, I had no idea we were getting a Christmas package from Quack. Holy shit, Ratmus. That's a Bravura. Well, hopefully it comes in and we can open it. These are fucking Bravuras, not what they're supposed to be. Alright, so let's do what it said. Let's drive around the block or drive around, come back. Maybe wait an hour in-game time or something. Maybe it'll be there then. It fucking better be. But yeah, Ratmus and I will definitely look at that package maybe during our stream on Saturday, right? I think our mom is in charge of sending out Christmas cards to everyone we know, so should we put Quack on the list for a Christmas card? I wasn't paying attention, but I don't think there are Amish buggies in this game. Are you sure it just wasn't that guy in the tractor again?
Where you going?
The icon that I had on my map went away. GPS icon. So it's further down over here. I can see chat moving in the corner of my eye, but I am locked in on what's going on right now.
Are you allowed to drive a
Fucking taxis going nuts over here. Doing donuts in the middle of the street. Are any of these a Feltzer? What the hell is this? This is a picador. Yes, Tim Allen is in this game confirmed, just like Bigfoot. I mean, what? This doesn't look like a Feltzer to me. This is probably the... It's the same one. It's a Bravura, and it's supposed to be a Feltzer. What does a Feltzer even look like? Let's check that video again. What the? Oh, I hit play on the what I thought was the YouTube video, Trophy Tom, and I hit play on my own stream. Who got arrested? Okay, so a Feltzer is a convertible, and like the bottom part of the car where the wheels are, it has like, I don't know, I'm not a car person, I don't know what you call it. It's like there's a white line that starts like down here at the bottom, and it goes like past the wheels and on the bottom of the middle part of the car and all the way to the back. It's like a white line, and it is a convertible, and I don't know how else to describe it, so let's drive around a little longer and come back and check for it again. I mean, that's all we can do. Like I said, I've seen multiple videos and FAQs say that, you know, this is where it's supposed to be. This is how to get the car. It's definitely supposed to be here, and it is. I've seen video footage in the definitive edition. The fucking game is fucking stupid. I mean, I did load up the game and the stretch was immediately there. I guess one thing I could try is I could go over here, save in the closest location, then like reload the game and see if it spawns then. Oh, you're talking about, okay, you're talking about Tim Allen and Home Improvement and what was his name? Zachary Ty Bryan, ZTB, and he have basically all of them been arrested at this point. You know, like father, like sons, right? While we're here, there's supposed to be a suicidal photographer over here, and every time I've come over here and looked, they've never been here. Yeah, they're not here. They swore to me they did not take them out of the definitive edition, yet I haven't seen them. A lot of people try to kill Clark Kent, and most of them fail. Probably both. Fucking CIA couldn't even kill Clark Kent. Look at this GPS line. On what fucking planet do you think this is the way to go? Both of these are clearly Bravuras, and none of these are convertibles. None of these are the cars that I'm looking for. Really? It's kind of a... I wouldn't think there would be a lot of clips of that. I could show you the clips that I like of when, you know, Clark's doing super stuff. I got tons of clips of that. Is this still a command? I don't know if it is. doesn't appear this time, I'm going to go to the nearest save point, save, quit the game, and reload it and see if that does anything. Oh, my driving skills going up. Now instead of the Bravura, we got this, what is the Picador or whatever, with this freaking lumber in the back for some reason. Still not the car we want. Alright, let's save and try that. Walk to the next spot. That would sure take a long time. I mean, I could use a bike if I would find one in the parking lot where I'm going. So, well, let's see. So, like I said, post Thanksgiving, I'm gonna get back into a kind of a system where we're gonna be trying to stream San Andreas every Monday and Thursday of each week, unless something comes up. So, you guys can be aware of that. Like I said, last Rapness stream of this year will be this coming Saturday. I would have liked to try and finish 100%ing this game by the end of 2025, but that's going to be kind of tight, so I don't know. Walk 500 miles and walk 500 more? Do I really need to? Alright. I'm gonna save just once. And then we're gonna quit out of the game completely. Close the software. Play some Mario Kart World. No, just kidding. Alright, reload. I don't think this is a problem with the definitive edition. I think this game always had some problems and issues with how vehicles spawn and vehicles not spawning when they're supposed to. That's like always been a thing that has plagued GTA since time immemorial. Oh wait, Bear told me to take a bike and see if that works, so let's get our bike skill up some more. Wait, check out this chick. She's spread out on a beach towel, but she's not on the beach, and she's not on the parking lot. She's like in this concrete in between, whatever this is. What the fuck? Why would you do that? See, there's these people over here hanging out on the beach.
Hey, only women touch me.
That guy just freaked out, got up, and tried to molest me. Oh, you guys want to hear about the desserts, right? Obviously the pumpkin pie is gone, the apple pie is gone, I think all the whipped cream is gone, but people still did not finish the cherry pie, so I think we should have got something different than cherry pie. I don't know why we needed that. It would have been better if instead of the cherry pie, our mom could have made a poppy seed cake, right, Ratmus? From Costco? Whoa, 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 whoa. I was looking at something else and I wasn't paying attention to the road and I almost went right past this. Look at this. This is it. This is exactly how I described it. The Feltzer we wanted. Okay, so now we have a theory. So if a vehicle is not spawning where it should, twice now it's happened where I save closest to it, completely quit the game and reload the save, and then suddenly it appears. So at least now we know a solution potentially. So this is the last of the first 10 vehicles for the board here. So once we do that, we open up the next 10 vehicles to get, but we won't go right into that. We will do something else in between. I should totally post that as a comment in this guy's video, right? It'll totally help people, right? Just kidding. People like downvote my comment and respond with expletives and say, shut the fuck up, I don't know what I'm talking about. Hey, I rode a bike over to get it. That's about that person just took a bike ride straight to hell. Where did the person who belongs to that bike go? Like, I saw the bike, like, crashed out, but there was never a person in it. At least I didn't see one. Freaking crazy San Andreas drivers. We're waiting for Song, who's making dinner or something. Is this an important message, Ratmus? Transformers collab Back to the Future. Huh. Almost a smooth slip between them, but I kind of fishtailed there. You know, I guess I've never been able to, or I've never articulated this before, but there's something on the mini map right here on the map that always looked like something to me, and now that I finally try to think about what it is, it's a cassette tape. Like, these make me think about the reels on a cassette tape, and it's like, what is that? Like, okay, it's just this, like, you know, highway interchange where you get on the highway, but what are those brown things? They're little circles of flowers. Like, I've never gotten out and, like, going into those flowers and trees and just seen what was going on there, but it's a ring of flowers and trees. What else is going on Discord that's so important? Oh God, Stelnox's landlady. That's how you know you're at the southmost edge of San Fierro and get on the highway over here going right down San Fierro. When it was Halloween, oh God, when it was Halloween, I watched the old Garfield Halloween special, which I don't think I ever saw before. And now that it's Thanksgiving, I watched the Garfield Thanksgiving special, which was kind of cool. But what I'm really waiting for is I'm going to watch the Garfield Christmas special when Christmas comes up. And I remember that from when I was a kid, but I haven't seen it in years. Okay, well, I got a message from Song. She said that she will be here soon, but not on voice chat today. So, you guys are just gonna have to deal with me, I guess. What else were we talking about? Oh yeah, Christmas holidays, totally, right? I've got some Christmas cookies and stuff that I'm looking forward to trying, but I try not to eat so much sweets and cookies anymore, so I'm gonna take it easy on that. But you know, it's Christmas, you gotta eat something, right? I gotta get my Christmas music playlist ready to go. It's not ready at all. And then I have to go to not one but two different dentists this month. And then I have to take Dad to two different doctor's appointments for him. Plus, I gotta get a haircut at some point. Alright, well, like I said, we will do something else in the meantime before we get back to this, but the next 10 vehicles that it wants are right there. Also listed on the checklist, and Stelnox is playing Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment or something. Alright, let's check off that I got that Feltzer. Okay, so the next thing that I want to do is on the San Fierro tab, there are 6 street races to do. Some of them, Bear Ninja, they might be on motorcycles, so if you really like motorcycles or something. I don't know, no guarantees. I'm almost positive some of them are, but we have to do 6 street races. And then we can get some oysters or get more of those cars. I'm gonna try to do almost every side mission that I possibly can at this point before getting back to the main story, so vroom vroom, song. My motorcycle didn't disappear randomly this time. Alright, so here are the street races. Let's see what we got here. Dirt Bike Danger, Bandito County, not country. Go Karting, San Fierro Fast Lane, San Fierro Hills, and Country, not County, Endurance. And look at the size. This one's 2 miles. This one's 2 miles. This one's just over a mile. That one's in a go-kart. That's pretty short. This one's, you know, less than 2 miles. This one is longer. It's 5 miles. And then this one is the biggest of them all over here. That's all around the fucking countryside here. So let's, we got to do them all. So let's just do them in order. Whoa, doing wheelies over here. Who the fuck put this rickety ass log over here? I need more motorcycle skill. We're probably gonna lose this, but at least we can practice the course a little bit. So I watched I watched that guy beat Mega Man 3 with only the spark shot today, Ratmus. Did you watch that? I know Doom didn't. He was like, spark shot is the most useless weapon ever, but didn't Bunny use it like all the time? There's a random bicycle sitting in the middle of the track. I can see 2 guys right in front of me. They're in first and second. Can I catch up to them? My bike skill's going up. I caught up. Is the race gonna be over soon? Holy shit, it is if I can land this. Next up, Bandito County. Are we driving the Frito Bandito over here? Yes. Or as Ratmus's friend called this vehicle, a Pulaski, right? I call it the Frito Bandito. So you have a driving skill stat for cars, and you have a bike skill stat just for driving motorcycles. It'd be funny if you had a Bandito driving stat just for driving this Bandito. Song's playing Pokemon. another itch. This race should be just about done, considering the last one took about 2 minutes and was about the same amount of miles. There we go. Well, I'm going to check off that I did the first 2, but we're going to do the 3rd race and then go save and then come back for the next 3 races. Next one is the go-kart one. I'm playing Mario Kart again as CJ. Wow, this engine noise, I don't remember this from the original version of the game. These sound much more like real go-karts. These things corner like crazy, almost too much. I'm supposed to go this way? It's unclear. It looks like it. Where the fuck is the... I don't see where the next place I'm supposed to go is. Okay, so I guess I turn right and then left. I could not see the indicator of where I was supposed to go. Probably being covered up by the barber shop sign, that's the problem. You would think that during a race you could turn off the barbershop icon in the HUD. This is not the time to be getting a haircut, CJ. Go through this alley. Watch out for the dumpsters. Yes, I wish I could go get a haircut next week and come out with less hair where I want less hair and more hair where I want more hair. That's what you're saying, right? Alright, let's do a quick save. In case the fucking switch explodes. Hey, somebody mark off that race on the checklist. Oh wait, I'm the only one who can do that. This area is called Cranberry Station. How many people had cranberries on Thanksgiving? I know Doom did, right? Actually, I don't know if he did. Sure did. Wait, I can export this vehicle. Okay, well I better... I was gonna put it in the garage over there and do it later, but I think the garage is full and now these assholes are after me. So let's just get this out of the way since we got it. Doom, that would never happen to cranberries at our table. Definitely not the second one, and definitely not the first one. Alright, so that was a saber, or as Ratmus calls it, a sabadol. I go to a basically a tiny ass hole in the wall mom and pop in quotation marks, except it's not a mom and pop. I've been going there for like 25 years and it was always owned and operated by some old geezer. But now the old geezer is gone and his daughter, I guess, is running it now? I'm not sure. Man, my hoopty. Quack, you remember back in the day when you could get a shave and a hand job just for 2 bits? Wow. What a bargain. That's how the song goes, right? Alright, back to the races. Not back to the racism, back to the races. This one might be a difficult motorcycle one if I remember. Okay, well, it's not a motorcycle, but I remember this one being difficult. But people want to talk about what I said. I mean, I didn't say it. Quack said it. Don't blame me, son. I definitely never got any of that other stuff. And I still haven't seen Who Framed Roger Rabbit. But I actually know that scene that you're talking about. Must have seen a clip of it. I don't know what makes this race so hard. I guess that my car seems kind of slippery, like prone to spinning out. These guys clearly have some good cars, and you know, driving on these Santa Fierro streets can be tricky. but I'm in first place for now. And because it is so relatively short of a race, see, the longer the race is, the more chance you have to get ahead and stay ahead. But if it's short, you make one mistake and you're, fucking out of it, right? But we seem to be doing fine so far. There's the finish line right there, so actually no problem with that race at all. Alright, the last two races are going to be longer. But I just said that longer races mean they're easier, so I'm about to be proven right or wrong. So this one, as you can see, the top goes around the San Fierro streets of the city, but then it also goes down the highway and into the sort of countryside. And we're driving what is this, a Bullet? I think this car is called a Bullet. That's totally a reference to the movie Bullet, right? That takes place in San Francisco, I think. I've never seen that movie either. Is Roger Rabbit in that movie? What's the actor's name who played that main guy in Roger Rabbit? Is he dead now? I'll just ask a bunch of questions and never look at chat because I'm doing this race. Like, I'm already in first. I don't think anyone's gonna catch up, but this race is far from over. I fucking landed on that guy's car. Okay, I think now we're getting on the highway, so... literally no way for me to see what you guys are writing in chat. Oh wait, I can pause the game. Anyone shop the Cyber Monday sales? No, I think what happened, well, it was like a week before Cyber Monday, and I got a random email from Amazon, and that made me think like, oh, you know what? I want to check some things out on Amazon, and I ended up buying like $125 worth of stuff on Amazon for myself for Christmas, like a week before Thanksgiving, and I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I mean, they were all at quote unquote Black Friday prices. Was the, I wasn't buying anything that wasn't on a quote unquote Amazon Black Friday deal. But I did it like way before, and I'm like, I'm not looking at anything else. I don't care what day it is. I'm done getting Christmas shit. Yes, Bob Hoskins. That's who I was talking about. I knew I had seen him. Okay. I didn't remember that, like I said, I've never seen Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and I barely watched Super Mario Brothers, but I know that he was Mario. I just didn't connect the two in my head that was him. Christopher Lloyd is still alive, but he's getting pretty old at this point, right? The last time I saw him act in something, he didn't look so good. Right? This this windy road is on a real steep cliff. One slip and you go flying off of it. Must have been woozy. CJ's like, how are you allowed to drive if you're blind? We're talking to Woozy, right? I figure we gotta be coming up on the end pretty soon. And that's the finish line. 4.5 minutes, easy peasy. Quack bought a pair of open air earbuds. Shmee. Alright, we got the last one, and it's even longer in the countryside. Maybe this car is a bullet, I don't know. When you start the race, it doesn't tell you what kind of car you're driving. Well, that guy just fell off the fucking cliff into the drink. Don't worry, I'm sure he'll respawn. These guys are fast. All of a sudden, not so fast. They just decided to slow down for some reason. Yeah, if I go at my top speed, I am so fast that it's almost dangerous. My driving skills going up. You know what else is dangerous? Is when you got parts of my head that itch. I could just pause it, but where's the fun in that? So this is a little longer than the 4.5 minute race. So I'm gonna guess that this one's gonna take around 6 minutes maybe? So Ratmus, did you talk to our cousin about all that spy tech stuff that he got for Christmas back in the 90s? I didn't, because I just randomly thought about it. Doom has just opened up our first Advent calendar wine. shit. That was almost very bad. This race is going to take even longer than 6 minutes. This is theoretically supposed to be an illegal street race, but cops don't care apparently. Okay, maybe not. We're only hitting 5 minutes now, and I'm not sure how much longer this is, so. Is that the... Okay, wow. Only 5 minutes. And that is all 6 of the San Fierro street races done, and I... Okay, there we go. See, dirt bike danger, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all first place. Time to... Wow, did you see that cop go over the edge of that? And where the fuck did he go? What did he, like, glitch into the wall over here? What the hell? It, like, glitched into the ground and exploded. Just like that thing in Galaxy Quest. It's one of my favorite lines from that movie is, "And it exploded." Alright, well, on the San Fierro tab, we are still ignoring photo ops for the time being. I'll explain that later. So we did 1 out of the 10 vehicles on vehicle export board number 2, and I still have that Trophy Tom guy's video open, so let's check it out. So Slam Van, I think that's back in Los Santos. Yeah. Let's go through in order and see if there's any that are close by. All right, where's a Blista Compact? Looks like that's in the airport. Inside the airport fences next to a radar building. Oh, that's interesting. So obviously you're not supposed to be able to get into the airport until you have a pilot's license, which I don't. But I know how to get into the airport. But this guy, Trophy Tom, he got into the airport in a very different way. So basically, like, this is the airport, right? And this is across, you know, the water. So somewhere over here, he like took a car, got up to like huge speed, and just jumped, and he literally jumped the car over this and landed in the airport. But I'm just gonna get in the way I normally do. So let me see exactly where in the airport this Blista Compact is supposedly parked. Okay. It's like, I think it's near this, whatever this building is. All right, perfect. We'll take this.
Oh, forgive me. I used to be a gentleman.
This is a Huntley that I'm driving. Huntley is actually required for vehicle board number 3.
I think I just wet myself.
What do I... That guy just wet himself in my car. What is this? It'd be hilarious if this was a Feltzer. It's a blade. A blade I need for list number 3, and a BF injection I also need for list number 3. But I always know where I can get a BF injection, and it's not that far away. I thought that gang member was leaning up against my car. I've never seen that before. Okay, before I do this, let me check the video and see if there's some place where I know I can get a Huntley. Okay, that isn't... Wait. Which one am I taking? Oh, actually, okay, so hold on a second. The Huntley is actually going to spawn in a place that is closer than the BF injection. So, you know what? I'm going to keep the BF injection, because that'll take longer to re-get than the Huntley would. Thanks for the money, come a sucker. Alright, so let's take this, and we don't care about it later. We'll use it to get into the airport. Get out of my way! Alright, now I messed up the GPS. Fine. Stop. Pause. Drugs. Okay, I thought people were... we gotta get some oysters. Alright, we're looking for the Ballista Compact at the airport. Got it. So how is everyone in chat doing? What are you doing this week, Ratmus? I think we decided, Ratmus, that you're going to make curry for us on Saturday, so remember to get whatever you need for that.
Area is restricted to pilots only.
Restricted to pilots only, huh? Cop wanted to get into the airport, but he couldn't. The gate wouldn't open, so I opened it for him. Alright, let's just walk over there. Oh god, my fat content's going down. What game completion am I? .43% game completion. I will be going for 100% game completion, Stalnox, with the adult language and situations. Here's a vehicle we can use, right? There's the Ballista compact that we need. Danger is all this sign says. Check out my driving skill. 95%. Bike skill only 45. Cycling is maxed. But what's my Frito Bandito skill level? The other thing, that video that I'm looking at, or that I'm not looking at it right now, but I have it open from the Trophy Tom or whatever, of how you're supposed to get all these vehicles. I think the video claims that you can find all 30 vehicles in parked locations where they're supposed to be. But I thought that that was true of most of them, but not all of them. So I don't know if we're going to get to a vehicle and it's either going to be like, well, the best I can do is this, or something, or maybe he'll say that it's parked somewhere that I had no idea, or maybe he'll say that it's parked somewhere and it's actually not. I don't know. I totally trust Trophy Tom, right? So look in the upper right corner of that ship right there. You see something moving in a circle? I saw that like way earlier last stream, and I thought that it was like a pedestrian NPC running in a circle, but then sometime later I realized that no, it's a flamethrower pickup. I thought it was just a weird guy running in a circle, and I pressed the wrong button again. These controls are so weird. Alright, so that was a Ballista compact that I just delivered. So the next vehicle that we're looking for is a Stafford. Let me see what this guy says about where a Stafford is located. Okay. Not too far away, should be there. We'll probably get a couple more cars and then it'll be break time. Alright, so the next car is located in front of a one of my safe house places, actually. It's, yeah, this safe house is like a hotel, so this car should be parked like out in front, I think, next to the entrance of the classic Vankhoff Hotel. Such a classy establishment. Oops, I thought it said to turn there, and then what happened? Wow, would you look at this car? It's a freaking fancy ass grill in the front. Whatever those weird things are sticking out from the bumper. This is a Stafford. That's exactly what we want. Take it to the docks. What's going on in Discord now, Ratmus? Columbo the board game? Whoa. The board looks like a Clue ripoff. Is it Clue what you play as Columbo? The tree exploded and disintegrated into a pile of leaves. Just from me touching the trunk. I've never watched Columbo. Okay. The Stafford. That's 3 out of 10. Alright, so the next vehicle is a motorcycle. It's called the FCR 900. Where does Trophy Tom say I can find one? I think it's parked somewhere. Oh, what the fuck? It's all the way in Las Venturas? Are you sure about that, Trophy Tom? I know I definitely should not distrust him, but I could have sworn there was one in San Fierro. Let me check. Speaking of which, was it who was it? Was it Ratmus who said, who was asking about Cyber Monday and if it bought anything? That's literally the GameFAQs poll of the day. Are you taking advantage of any of this year's Cyber Monday gaming deals? Anyways, what was I looking for? I was looking for the vehicle locations map by Gamer Lady. Trying to see if there's a motorcycle that I'm looking for close by in San Fierro. Or am I just crazy? There's one. Okay, hold on. After mission, okay. Wow, really? Yeah, nope. It's not here. It's in Ventura, so... let's look for a cheetah. Well, that's way the fucking Las Venturas also. Rancher. Where's a rancher? I think that's in, like, south of Mount Chiliad? Oh, wait, where is this? Blueberry Acres? I mean, that's... Stop. It's not that far away. It's, over here on this farm. Is there anything closer than that? Wait. Wait a second. Did I deliver a stallion and thought it was a saber? Shit, I'll have to check that. Alright, well, let's... Hold on. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. First, I'm going to take a break and come back. And then after that, we'll go pick up this vehicle. And then I'll double check the board because I think I might have marked off the wrong vehicle or something. It's a good thing there's an in-game board that I can double check against, right? Alright, chat is doing swimmingly, totally. Ratmus would never lie to me. Bunny is doing Metroid Prime Remastered. Metroid Prime Finale, question mark? Doom, is she gonna finish the game tonight? Is she fighting the final boss? From the thumbnail it says Meta Ridley, comma spoilers. Got somebody else streaming The Secret of Monkey Island on DOS. She just beat Meta Ridley. All that's left is a small final area and the final boss. Wow. And then she's just got to get 100% and she's done, right? I mean, what? Alright, if anyone has to leave during the break, bye, thanks for being here. I'll BRB. back. All right, we're looking for a rancher. I need some water here. Okay. Let's get settled, resettled here. Excuse me here. Crap all over my glasses. Rage water. Watch out for the cop. Got something in my throat. Where is this? Okay. I guess I thought I would be approaching it from the north, and I thought it would be closer, but it's not. Ow. Bike skill 47. What is the name of this? Blueberry Acres, but what does this say? Easter Board Farm, whatever the hell that means. Here's the car we're looking for. Just a fucking OJ SUV. And it's on a farm for some reason. We're gonna smash him up like Dad does. Bye. Thanks for the hype train and shit. Ow. so that was Rancho. Oh yeah, I need to check the board. Okay, yes, I did deliver a Saber, but I remember driving a Stallion earlier, but I guess that was before this list was available, so we need to find a Stallion. Alright, Trophy Tom, where can I find a Stallion? I don't know, I have this vague feeling that I've tried this location before where it's supposed to spawn and never found one there. It's supposed to be in the parking lot of a supermarket. Like here, I think. That's why they call me Stallion. is 5 out of 10 for list 2, and that means we are Bon Jovi on list 2 and Bon Jovi on the entire vehicle exports altogether. If everybody left and fell asleep or what, but my mouth is in some pain right now, so I won't be talking as much as I did before. Next car is a tanker. Okay, it's kind of out in the desert. It's actually a truck, I think. What about a Comet? I think that's here in San Fierro. Yeah, it's at the country club. Let's get that. Alright, bye, Doom.
You're busted, asshole.
And that is why we save. Rich bitch.
Give me that.
And this is locked. And it's in the middle of the night. Well, here's a Comet right here, and it's not locked. This guy wants to wrestle, though. Alright, so here's the thing. So for board 2, or list number 2, we're missing 4 vehicles. Two of them are way out in Las Venturas. One of them is way out in Los Santos. And one of them is kind of out in the desert. So we can spend some boring time driving out and getting those, which is what we've been doing. It's not like there's a lot of interesting alternative things to be doing. I think I have 16 oysters I could be getting. And some stuff in Las Venturas might be available. Interesting. Well, let's look at oysters. Number 35. So if I continued getting oysters, we could get like 35 through 40 maybe, and then bring a vehicle back. That's certainly one option. Well, one of the vehicles that I want is like right next to oyster number 36. Basically, oyster number 35 is like right here at this side base of the Golden Gate Bridge. So why don't we go over there? These are side quests. These are what I love, right? I was thinking about maybe doing reverse order, but eh. I wonder if jumping off this bridge is a good idea. You mean my real life girlfriend or in-game girlfriend? So in real life, Rockman does not condone jumping off the Golden Gate Bridge. But in this game, it doesn't do any damage. Alright, now where's this oyster? I think it's on the other side, of course. a boat right there. That'll be helpful. In the picture, there's a bunch of jellyfish. I don't see any jellyfish here. That's 35. Okay, once again, I'm using the oyster locations map from GTA-sanandreas.com. So that was 35. Check that off my checklist. And, oh, I'm getting some real pain right now. Oyster number 36 is somewhere around here. Hold on, let me do a quick BRB. Okay, I am back. Get it together, Rockman. I'm not bleeding anymore. There's just some residual pain. So, we got things to do over here. This boat engine is loud. Next oyster should be around here somewhere. Swim with one hand, check off the checklist with the other. Look at this maniac. He almost crashed into my boat. There's directly ahead of me there was what looked like a pillar of light, like there's a treasure in Wind Waker. You see that? But it's just the seam between like a mountain or something. There, it went away. Alright, anywho, where's oyster number 37? right around here. It's very close to this strange looking wall. Oh, I've got some very strange pain. Like, there's some pain in my gums. There's some pain in my head, like I have a headache, but most of the pain is coming from like behind my ear and the side of my jaw. It's very strange and painful. Come on, CJ, get that lung capacity up. There you go. 37. CJ got 37 oysters. No, not in a row. The seas are rough over here. Alright, so. Hey, Spoet, how's it going? How's your Thanksgiving? We're collecting a couple of oysters here. In between collecting vehicles. This is a collect-a-thon. And I'm dealing with some pain right now. Alright, oyster number 38 is up in this little inlet over here. Yeah, it was going. There was some stress with the family, and their flights got canceled because of the snowstorm. But after everybody finally left, and I finally thought that the stress was going to die down and things were going okay, until I suddenly got this pain in my jaw. The food was real good, I'll tell you that. That's the important thing. That's the important thing. Completely turned around. CJ. Gotta go to boat school. Oh, my jaw. Okay, that was 38. Where's 39? It's around the other side, right here by this little dock on the side of Torino's house. I think it might be inside this little boat shed. somewhere nearby here. Okay, it's very close to the boat shed. Or is it actually inside? It's actually inside. 39. Man, the boat shed. There's a word I haven't heard since NCIS Los Angeles went off the air. That's where they would interrogate people. And alright. And number 40 is like probably right there. Okay, and after 40 we're gonna stop because the rest of them I actually cannot get to with this boat easily. Actually, where are the yeah. Okay, so I'm going to stop at 40 out of 50 oysters right now, and then we're going to go back to picking up vehicles because there is a car, a vehicle, a truck called a tanker, and we can go pick that up. Just double check where it is. Next to a diner at the freeway directly east of the boat school. Yeah, I know where that is. It's okay, well this is the boat school, but the diner it's talking about is actually over here.
Just got shit. Drive, asshole. I'm coming for you.
That's not exactly a road GPS. This is the tanker that we need. Interesting that something I did on the map caused all these red marks to show up. We'll get the whole map opened up eventually. Alright, so time to drive this back to where it belongs over here in the docks. Where is this telling me to go? That is not the way I want to go, game. Let's go this way, because this will open up more of the map. Yeah. The GPS in this game has been helpful at times, but it also malfunctions a lot. Gives me fucking nightmare flashbacks to yesterday trying to get my aunt to the airport. Going back to Thanksgiving food for a minute, you know, I always used to say, like, you know, what is my favorite Thanksgiving food? And it was usually the ham. Usually like that over the turkey. And this year the ham was very good, don't get me wrong. But we got the best turkey that we have ever had from, you know, instead of making it ourselves, we had it pre-made from the Jewish deli, and everyone agreed it was the best Thanksgiving turkey that we have ever had. It was great the day of, it was great for leftovers, great for sandwiches, it was amazing. So that was without a doubt the best of this year for sure. And actually, you know what, song? My green beans tasted better the next day. Like, both me and my dad agreed on that, so maybe next year I will make them a day ahead of time. Nice. We still have some ham left. How did we have so much ham? Like, the ham that we got wasn't that big, and yet we had a lot of ham leftovers. Did hardly anyone eat it? That must have been the case, because we had so much ham. I had ham and scrambled eggs twice, and my mom made a soup with a bunch of the ham, and there was still more ham. And yet it was a tiny ass ham. Was I like the only one who ever ate it? And it was good. I guess maybe people were just too busy eating the turkey or something. Okay. Okay, well, we could go on an adventure and get a slam van, but that's parked all the way back in Los Santos. It'd be helpful if I could take the train there, if a train would spawn. The slam van is located. Is this a street? I want to say that's a street. You know, I'll just go to my save house and save there and then get the slam van. Let's see if we can save some time taking the train over to Los Santos. Had some trouble getting trains to spawn over here. I got an idea if it doesn't spawn. Yeah, this happened before. I kept looking for a train. It never showed up. I almost feel like I hear a train noise and people are just screaming. So I just saved. So what we're gonna do is quit the game and reload it, and I have a feeling a train will spawn then.
You should watch your step.
There we go. Now, there is a mission about driving a train, but I don't feel like doing that right now, so. The next station will be closer to where we want to go. That sounds probably right, especially with all these NPCs screaming. That's very strange. It almost makes me feel like you said, like, yeah, like the train was partially loaded, like in the wrong place or something. But yeah, I heard all these horror stories about the definitive edition, you know, when it first came out, and they've patched it and patched it and patched it, and like. So yeah, we've definitely seen some glitches while playing this version, but so far they haven't been catastrophic. So that's good. See, now we're very close to where we need to be here. Can I get over this wall? this wall? No.
You know where your women are right now?
Yeah, I thought this was the slam van. That was not exactly where the video was saying it was gonna be. I don't have a lot of interesting clothes to wear right now. Thank you. Good enough. Where's the save icon? It was not there before. Oh, it's another glitch. Alright, so for vehicle export board number 2, total of 10 vehicles. We have 7 currently. And that's weird. The car disappeared from where it was supposed to be. I ain't got time for you bitches. The video says it's here. Let me look again. Okay, that is not where I thought it was gonna be. And I swear there was one parked over here before I came here. Okay, well here is a car. What is this? It's a blade. Okay, it's not what I'm looking for. What I'm actually looking for is over here. Next to The Nude and Triple X shop. It's actually in the back over here. So this is a slam van, and when the van is a slammin', don't come a jammin' or something. Alright, so now we gotta drive it all the way back. Alright, that GPS route is acceptable. It's 9 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? What children? So what am I doing Tuesday or Wednesday? Nothing to speak of. I have no idea where they are. Next time I stream this game will be Thursday evening, usual time. We're gonna keep on doing side quests until I feel like going back to the main plot. Crazy drunk drivers. Now Christmas, of course, Ratmus will be out of town with his girlfriend, and we are supposed to have this thing where we go out for Chinese food, but I asked Mom about it a few weeks ago, and she seemed confused about the dates, and even half-heartedly proposed doing something else. So I don't know what the fuck she's thinking. I gotta talk to her when we have more time about what the hell we're actually doing and solidifying a plan. Gotta get my Christmas presents wrapped, oh boy. Gotta get my Christmas songs ready, oh boy. See, I think earlier I was talking about this person online, like he somehow did this jump over the water and ended up in the airport. I don't want to actually do that, but I mean, you can sort of see how it might work. Maybe from over here up to the right. Maybe this is where they did it. Looks like that truck Murray was driving. It says Toy Corner. I misread it as at first. I thought it said Toy Coroner. Like, this guy's picking up dead toys? Spoilers, I still haven't seen Toy Story. Which my dad was asking me about Buzz Lightyear for some reason. I was like, I haven't seen that. Let's check this board and make sure we haven't made any mistakes. Okay, yeah, we are only missing the FCR and the Cheetah, both of which are in Las Venturas. And somewhere we dropped 119 frames. I just noticed. Train has arrived. Okay, so I guess we may as well go for the FCR motorcycle first, which is located next to a pizza stack all the way in North Las Venturas over here. So we need to take the train. There's like a train station to get off at somewhere around here. It's not this one and it's not the next one. I guess I got an idea for what we could do next. I really shouldn't stream much longer though. Follow the train, you say? All I had to do was take the train, comma CJ. This is just like that time I stopped in Albuquerque. Alright. Okay, so I am apparently located over here, but there is a closer train station, as I said, so Okay, I was like, it's funny how the map is not being opened up here, but now it is, just for this one part. I think there's 2 train stations in Los Santos, 2 train stations in Las Venturas, but only the 1 train station in San Fierro. So let's go. It's just like when I took that train to California. Okay, never mind. There's 3 train stations in Las Venturas. How that makes any sense, I don't know. Okay, well, it's not quite as close as I'd hoped, but it's the closest. I'm pressing the button to get off, but I guess we gotta wait till the train comes to a complete stop. Double-barreled special from Burger Shot on Sunset Street, open 8 a.m. till 10 p.m. But I bet you if I go there, they're open 24 hours. Alright, well, let's go this way. You know what? Check this out. So this is Las Venturas, aka Vegas. So this is like the one of the tiny little wedding chapels and wedding discount wedding store over there with some flowers out front. And then look at this strange mural over here. I don't think I've ever stopped and looked at that.
Have you ever done time? Yes, quite. Keep it real. Enjoy yourself, sir.
I have no idea if there's some sort of real mural in Las Vegas that is depicting. So here is the motorcycle that we needed, and we could almost not be further away from where we need to drive it. So driving this across the fucking map is going to bring up my motorcycle skill, that's for sure. Alright, so what is the GPS telling me to do? Okay, so it wants me to go south, west out of the city, and then okay, on the whatever this highway is down south here and across the, I think it's called the Garver Bridge is what this is called, I think. Okay, that makes sense, I guess. out some areas of Las Venturas for the first time. You know, I've never been to Vegas, but this little strip mall souvenirs thing with the signs actually kind of reminds me of Wisconsin Dells. Tourist trap. What does this say? Las Venturas Fire Station Number 3, home of the Hazardous Materials Response Team. Okay. There's a steakhouse over here. And from the looks of it and its name, it looks like a fancy steakhouse. Right? Right? If I could play copyrighted music, the best song that would popped into my head right now for this is "Running Down a Dream." Bike skill, 50%. We're Bon Jovi on bike skill. Had one hand on the controller because I was scratching my chin. I almost crashed right into that car. Since this is a motorcycle, we can drive it up here without using the crane. Apparently you can do that with the cars too, but I guess it's a little more reckless and risky, so. Alright, so We have one car left for this board, and it's all the way back in the north of Las Venturas also, but I have an idea. We're gonna pick up some oysters on the way. Okay, CJ, you're done. Let's see, so... Alright, so we have oysters up to 40. The car we're looking for is like around here. 41, 42, and 43 are in this area. 44 is here. 45 is up in the extreme upper right portion. Oh no, that's 50. Let's see. Where's 45? "45, 46, 47, 48, 49 are all inside the city of Las Venturas proper in various ponds and stuff. But I think what I might want to do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll get 5 of the remaining oysters and then pick up the cheetah. And then that might be it for tonight. Alright, so we have to find a way to get over here, which is where oyster number 41 is located. And
Warm it up, Kane. Warm it up, CJ. Warm it up, Kane.
might be best. Well, one thing I could do is I could steal a helicopter. The other thing I could do is just drive a bike over there and get my bike skill up some more. Might take so long to get the helicopter, using the bike might be okay. So we're gonna drive back over the Garver Bridge over here past this Cluckenbell up to the dam. Speaking of Cluckenbell, how much fat do I have currently? 7%. We should probably eat at that Cluckenbell while we're at it. Just taking some shortcuts here.
Cluckety fuck. Place your order.
10%. There's a Wienermobile. Yeah, you can actually buy hot dogs here from Alex's Dogs. Time to go for a swim, CJ. Next oyster should be over here. There's a seaplane over there. It's interesting. Looks like St. Patrick's Day. Oh, my teeth are hurting. What the hell am I doing? Okay, Las Venturas oysters. That was number 41. Next, number 42 is like under here. What even is this? There's like a seaplane at a dock, and then there's stairs going up to like a cabin with a water tower. Of all the things I've seen in this game, I don't think I've ever investigated this. So let's investigate this. First of all, what is this thing? I said it's a water tower. I'm not 100% sure. And then there is a shack that we literally cannot enter. There's nothing here. What is the point of this? There's no missions here. There's no collectibles here. I've never heard anybody talk about this. There's just nothing here. Whee! Alright, can I get in this? Or is it going to be locked? It's completely unlocked. I mean, this is kind of interesting because like I said, before you have a pilot's license, you're not supposed to be able to enter the airport, and you're not supposed to be able to fly any flying vehicles. But you can sneak into the airport in Los Santos, and I don't want to be flying. There is actually one plane there that is usually unlocked that you can get. And then you can easily get into the San Fierro airport, but usually every single plane that is there is locked except for one helicopter. And that's usually the helicopter I go to if I need to get in there and get a helicopter. I didn't think there was no other, like, there's a lot of other flying vehicles in this game, but most of the time they are completely unavailable to you until after you get your pilot's license. I had no idea that that plane was there and open and available. I don't know if it necessarily helps me right now. What I need is a boat, not a plane. That's oyster number 42. But this is kind of a plane and a boat, right? Okay, so next oyster is like over here-ish. Seaplane, yes. I was gonna... Hey, there's Christmas lights on the Google logo. And it's like the old fat Christmas lights. Where is this exactly? Like, how close is this to the dock? I'm not sure. It's over here. One capacity up. Three. Okay, so right now I'm in this body of water that does not connect to the top ocean, but the next oyster is like over here. So if I can successfully fly this plane and not crash and burn, it could help at this point. Let's see. I don't have a license. How good of a pilot am I? We're about to find out. Is that enough runway? I'm not sure that it is. Just barely. Song your bro is playing Pokemon. Alright, we made it out over the open ocean, so we should be able to land this seaplane. sort of looks like it handles like a Dodo back in GTA 3, but it actually handles way better than that. There's a sea sparrow right there. I swear I thought that wasn't going to spawn. Let's get the sea sparrow. I hope it's open. This is weird. Stats. Because, yeah, I mentioned this before, but in the original game, if you got a airplane or a helicopter before you were supposed to and you just flew it around for a certain amount of time, your flying skill would go up, even to the point of it would just give you a pilot's license. But in every subsequent release of the game, they changed that, where it does not do that. You have to actually go through the mission where you get your pilot's license. Otherwise, your flying skill is always 0, no matter what, it seems. My bike skill is 52, driving skill 95. There was something that went up earlier in my stats, and now I can't remember what it was that I wanted to check, I thought. See, it says my flight time is 3 minutes. I could have sworn that, like, apparently I've done 2 unique jumps. I could have sworn that if you fly for like 5 minutes, you would start getting your pilot skill up, but... Gotta go take the dog out. Okay. Anyway, I don't know where my train of thought was going. It's weird. Sea Sparrow with machine guns. One of my favorite vehicles in the GTA series right here. This is a hell of a lot easier to fly than a seaplane and land and take off. Okay, where exactly is number 44? From the video, he is close to the shore, and there's like a little bush. So I guess I kind of got out of the helicopter way too soon. There's the little bush. Very strange. There's the oyster. Oh, maybe I think I wanted to look at my lung capacity. That's what it was. All right, so that was oyster number 44. All right, now here is the weird thing. So we just got oysters number 1 through 44, and the way that these are numbered, 46 through 49 are in the city, but the last one, 50, is up here by the upper right corner. So I'm actually going to go get 50 and leave the ones in the city for later. This is not making... The game is not letting me put a marker anywhere out in the ocean over here, strangely. So I gotta get in my helicopter. We'll go over here, we'll get number 50, and then we'll have 5 to go. And that'll be all the oysters for today. So who let the dogs out? It was Spoet. I suppose I could fly this around some more and see if I'm wrong about my flying skill not going up. Welcome back, Doom. What were you eating? Any leftovers? I like how that completely stopped as soon as I landed. I found that helicopter and I'm not even a pilot. Can you believe it? Lung capacity 90%. Whoa. Where did it say? There, flight time 4 minutes. Okay. Somewhere around here is the next oyster. Welcome back, Spoet. Steak fried rice. Whoa. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, according to the checklist, that was oyster number 50, which means we're done, right? Oh wait, it only said I got 45. Yes, that was oyster number 50, but we skipped 5 of them. Yeah, 45 through 49, we'll get those later. They're actually inside the city. Let's check those stats again. Lung capacity is now 95%. Got to get that up to 100, right? Alright, so that's all the oysters we're going to do today. The next thing we're going to do is there is one car that we're missing on vehicle export board number 2, and that is a cheetah. We got to find a cheetah, and that is located near this save house that I cannot buy yet, like right there. Whoa, calm down, Doom. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So I'm watching this video from Trophy Tom, and he's got a frickin' asterisk here. It says, Las Venturas in front of a house north of the safe house. Very rare spawn. It seems you get a higher chance for spawning it while driving a sports car. I saw much more cheetah driving around in Prickle Pine than spawning it at this certain point. You want me to drive a sports car? How about this Sea Sparrow? Doom, you said you could totally have a half a dozen oysters, but you know, I already got 45, so you need to eat 45 of them. Sorry. Trying to land over here. Alright, well this is a sports car. There's the car I need, but of course the fucking cops are here.
Why are you running away? You're gonna get it real good. You ain't getting away, buddy.
Alright, well you know what? Rather than making a GPS, I'm just gonna follow the train tracks back. What's the worst that can happen? I'll just look at chat. Yeah, in terms of progress, we're only missing 5 oysters now. And once I get this car back to where it goes, we'll be 2/3 Jovi on collecting vehicles. Dude, I ain't about that doing math right now. Thank you, Trophy Tom, for your video. I'll close that. Okay, and that means board number 2 is done, so we're on the third and final board. The last 10 vehicles we need to collect are here. And I think I have 2 of them in my garage over here by my safe house, actually. But we'll get into that next time. Sounded like some NPC yelled, "Patient Zero." Alright, first we double save. Alright, then we check the stats. Fat 9%. Lung capacity 95. Driving skill 95. Flying skill still 0. Let's check that flying time. Bike skill 52. We'll probably have a IRL zombie outbreak before GTA 6. It says I have a pilot ranking of Flyboy. Flight time 5 minutes, but no flying skill will go up, so I'm probably right about that. Unique jumps, wheelies, and 100 gang tags, 0 snapshots, 45 out of 50 oysters, 0 horseshoes. We'll do those later. Missions past 89. Progress made 60.96% completion. I don't think that went up very much. Probably because like we were making progress, but not finishing anything, according to the game, I guess. Yes. All right, so we already double saved. Close the software. All right, looking at the checklist, Los Santos is done. Like I said, achievement tab has been cleared up. So what is remaining on the Los Santos tab? Photo ops, which we're still going to save for later. The last 10 vehicles we need to get. So once we do that, so yeah, next time, which will be Thursday, we'll be doing a combination of things once again, pretty much what I've been doing for the last couple hours. We'll get the last 5 oysters and hopefully the last 10 vehicles, and then some stuff in some stuff in Las Venturas we will start, such as there's only 4 street races there. We could probably do those, and there's some other stuff. Zoda has blandioed. Hey Zoda, how's it going? Yeah, I'm definitely done. It's 10 o'clock. I haven't talked to Song. My mouth is hurting. What do we got going on here? Bunny looks. Doom said she finished Metroid Prime and she's ending, I guess. Then for the rest of the week, she's doing what? Secret of Mana? Like I said, I got somebody doing the Secret of Monkey Island on DOS. One of the tags is DOScember, like playing DOS games in September. I don't think it's September anymore, dude. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Starting Mega Man X2 next Monday? Okay, so we need to... That means I need to modify my streaming schedule. That's interesting. Oof. Speaking of next Monday, I got to go to this periodontist. That's going to be not fun at all. So I might be moving my streams to Tuesday and Thursday. But then Tuesday, December 16th, I have a dentist appointment to get my gums ripped out. And oh, that's going to be fucking fun. So I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I want to watch Bunny do Mega Man X2, sure. Are we done here? Welcome back, song. Didn't remember that you were gone. Okay, so we dropped only 119 frames for some reason. We're done here. That's the end of the stream. Bye, everyone.